Hi everybody, this is Alice Bejeweled Hedgehog, and I am here, with my art journal from the Art Smash Writing Journal Challenge by Poetspice. And I just wanted to update you with my latest pages and to say thank you, Jamie Lola Tallulah, because I am having a ball. I am fixated on this little book. I have not done art, played with art, probably since I was a kid. And, I mean, I did little things, kind of with my nieces because, I would do craft projects with them, but it was primarily helping them. And I decorated cards and boxes for them, but that was it. If it didn't have a practical use, I didn't do it. So I feel like a kid in a candy store or something, rediscovering all the fun. So anyway, so thank you for that. So I think the last page I showed you was this one from July 2nd, which was, of course, my treasures. And what I have been doing is, even though I don't always follow the prompts, I have been giving my pages titles. I kind of followed the prompts on this one. This is the latest one, July 3rd. I saw the prompt called Streets, and that's what I wrote down right here, Streets. But, I just wasn't feeling like the urban street thing. So I titled mine Hedgehogs on Parade. And let's see if I can get the lighting a little better. This is paper from a pack. This is a border that came in the pack that I cut out. And I put a piece down here for a hidden pocket, because if you lift up the pocket, there's a hedgehog. And I did some fancy writing. And then I took construction paper and used crayons. And since the construction paper was too big for the book, I kind of did two drawings. I did a drawing like this. Here are the hedgehogs, and they are on parade. Get it up closer. I had so much fun using all the different crayons to get all the different shadings. And there go all the hedgehogs and their little hedgehog parade. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I mean, nothing has just like one single color. I went nuts. I have this huge bag of crayons left over from craft projects with the nieces. Crayons, crown pieces, etc. And I just used that. But anyway, since it was too big, I decided to fold it over. Here, now it's in focus. And have a second picture, and I added a tree. So that is July 3rd, Hedgehogs on Parade. And then I did one of those, this is one of my, get it in focus here, one of my celery celery stampings. I took celery and stamped it and made roses on a yellow background. And I just did an extra page because I was feeling, invigorated that day, and I entitled it Blue Roses. And the background all comes from a little pad I got on sale at Michael's. And it's a smaller size, so I had to stick two pages together here. And I did all kinds of cool stuff. I glued rickrack on, and I wrote in the title of the page. And I did some rose stampings. I did both white and blue to give it a cool effect. And I'm really beginning to see, and this says Joys, why people love the paper stacks. Because, they're so easy to coordinate and so much fun to put together into all these really neat designs. And then to go with this page, actually there was one in between that I skipped accidentally. This is a page that doesn't have a date. This is an extra page, and I just decided if I ever have a day where I'm either too busy or in a bad mood and don't want to or don't have time to do a page, then I will come back, because this is like this page and there's like the introduction to the Blue Roses, and I will write the date right in here and either stick something up here, smash it, or write a few words, like what was going on with my day that I didn't do a page. Was it a good day, a bad day? And then this one goes with the July 3rd entry. And I just decided to do some journaling about my day. Just, some personal stuff. And I'll probably end up talking about it in my vlog, but this is more of a craft thing, so I'm not going to get into it here. And then, this is July 4th, even though it says July 5th, because I don't know why, I just, I get all things messed up all the time. And this is just a page. It did not come from any of the prompts. It is hedgehogs in unusual places. I don't know if you can see that. More fun with paper. On the other side, I just glued all sorts of random things in here, and I wrote a quote, which you can't see, from Dr. Seuss, which says, "From here to there, from there to here, funny things are everywhere." And I glued on a little flower and a plastic bee and some little punches. And these are sketches. Now these are interesting because my niece lent me some pastel pencils, which are like colored pencils except they smudge. I'd never used pastels of any sort before. And I had fun. I don't know if you can really see. You can't really see, but there's like shadings inside the those ribbony things. And I just had fun making doodles and then getting my stamper and sticking hedgehogs on them. And then here is the other doodle for that day. Sorry, I don't mean to be making you seasick. I am having trouble getting my things centered. So there's the other hedgehog. And the background paper to this, it's construction paper, just glued in. And then if you notice these kind of interesting backgrounds that the hedgehogs are sort of mounted on, they are paper towels that have been used as blotters for craft paint. And when my nieces and I were doing a craft one day, she just one of my nieces noticed that it was kind of pretty. So she made this one like deliberately pretty. This one I think was more of one of the accident ones over here. But they were kind of cool, and when I went to clean up at the end of the day, I just kind of, smoothed them out and saved them. I save far too many things. And then when I was looking for interesting textures and backgrounds to put together for my page, that's what I picked. Oh, and I have something on here I wanted to show everybody, especially Ayana, because I think she's a lot like me. Ayana is Ayana Red, also part of this challenge, a fellow YouTuber, and I know she has issues with perfectionism, just like I do. And initially, as you can see here, it looks like there's one flower in this whole kind of abstract thing. And it looks like this hedgehog here is sniffing it, and this one is coming down to getting ready to sniff it. Well, the funny thing is that flower was not initially there. I was so upset. I made the little insert, and I stamped the hedgehog, and I closed the book. And when I reopened it, I realized its nose had made one tiny dot right there. And my first thought was, oh no, I finally did a doodle and it's been ruined and oh, blah, 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 blah. And then I said, all right, just take a deep breath, because I wrote in the back of my book, and there's all these rules to follow. There are no mistakes in this book, only unexpected changes in my creative process. So I'm like, okay, what can I do with this? So I had a magic marker that was really, really close in color, and I drew a flower, and now when you look at it, it looks like it was supposed to be there. It looks genius. It looks perfect. I believe that is the universe's way of just inserting her creativity, without asking my permission first. So that is that. This is the page that was actually done yesterday on July 5th. And this one is spirituality, and I went way over the top with this because I just loved it. And I will start. It has a flower, has a big flower. The flower is glittery because gold is shimmery because it's been Mod Podged with glitter. There's a butterfly in the middle. There are butterflies and ribbon roses and bling all over these pages. And basically what this is, these are a day planner from 1997. I save everything. And I really liked it because there was a Laurel Birch day planner, and it had some really pretty Laurel Birch pictures in it. This is like a tree of life. Okay, let me try and get this centered. Yeah, a tree of life with all the little animals on it. And that, to me, the tree of life is a very important symbol of spirituality. And then this is angels, animal angels. You can see the cats. She's famous for doing her cats and bears and dogs and everything. So I had been saving these and to make cards from or whatever. And just because they were nice and I just couldn't see them, you know, being recycled. Recycled as in, you know, put in the bin and tossed out. So when I was looking for things to sort of signify my spirituality, I thought of these. And then I added bling like crazy, because I wanted this to be joyful, awesome, amazing spirituality. And that's where the little jeweled butterflies and the ribbon roses, and there's just on this page, so sorry, just straight out little jewel tone bling thingies. The background is printer paper that has clouds on it, and you know, I cut it down to fit this journal. And then I went over it and I took gold shimmer Mod Podge, and I have packages that's like called a sample pack. I think you can get them pretty much at all the craft stores, where they have, you know, like 10 or so different shades of glitter in the little packages. So that way you get lots and lots of glitter, and you know, you get lots of different colors without having to have a huge amount of glitter. And that I use for some of my jewelry making. So I had this, you know, before I even started the journal. And I don't know if you can see, sadly, I mean, you can definitely see the gold shimmer, but the camera is not doing it justice. It is not showing you all the different colors. I have 2 shades of purple, a pink, a magenta, a blue, and a gold, kind of the colors that are all in her artwork. And it really, really is pretty in person. Let's see if you can see this little detail in the middle. Not really. Basically what happened was I made it too big. I cut it too big. Somehow I wasn't paying attention. So the book wouldn't close at all. And so I cut it, and then it kind of curled back. And then I took a little gold marker and put little lines in there, kind of like stitches, like the book is stitched together. So now I kind of like it when it's opened. It's like the pages are old and peeling back to show, you know, the hand stitching. And I'm really feeling proud of myself for working with mistakes as they go and being adaptable and having a really good adventure with this journal. So that is my celebration of spirituality and God. And then on the next page, it's turned out to be 4 pages, or actually, you know, like 2 open pages. I took some leftover cloud paper, you can see the blue stripe, and then some of this paper with little ferns on it. And this is the more quiet, contemplative side of spirituality. And okay, trying to get my coordination together. This I just wrote down, you know, verses and a little story about St. Francis that has meaning to me. And then on this side I had strips left over from cutting the paper, so these are like vertical strips put together. And I was going to have my nieces, I have 3 nieces, right on this side. Then I decided that the middle one, Kat, gets a little quirky sometimes and might not want the idea that her writing is obviously visible, so I made a hidden flap. So Kat can write right in there and then close it up, and it can be our secret. Well, our and everybody on YouTube who watches this secret. But once she writes in it, I will not open it up and show it to anybody else. And then this was just another one of those random pages, because I got obsessed with this book yesterday, just obsessed with it. Oh, I love, by the way, how the background paper in some lights just looks like, right here, a very soft matte brown. But when you turn it, you can see it has a lot of gold in the background. And the background, I'll tell you about that first. It is, I was mixing paint, brown paint, 2 shades of brown together, acrylic paint, to do a box that I'm converting into a portfolio. And I don't really have the hang of how amounts needed for art on paper, because I have been doing jewelry making, I have been doing that, and it's on such a small scale. So I ended up with way too much, and I didn't want to just throw it out, so I took some ordinary drawing paper and just painted it brown, and then stuck it in my scrap folder. And as it turned out, I decided yesterday to start putting together some of the artwork that I had done with my vegetable stampings. This is a celery stamping also, and this is chrysanthemums. And it also has marker added to it. And then it was coated, it's on a bright green cardstock, and then it was coated with a lot, like smudgy brush strokes of gold Mod Podge. So I put together this page, and it's entitled Chrysanthemums and Dots. And I took more of the green cardstock, and I made a pocket here. This is a little pocket. So this is for one of those days when I don't have time or just don't feel like making a page. I can go ahead and write something or get something and stick it in this pocket, and do writing about my day, yet still have a pretty journal page for it. So there we go so far. I am right on time, 2 pages ahead actually, which for me is nothing short of a miracle. Oh my. Sorry, my hair is drying and I keep, pulling it up to make it dry faster. It's not going to stay like this all day. As soon as it dries, it'll flop back down. So anyhow, here's how I am going, and I am so proud of myself because I am really working hard on putting aside my perfectionist tendencies and enjoying myself, and I'm really liking what's coming out. Having a ball. I hope you are too. I love everybody else's journals that I've been seeing, and I've made a long video. Sorry. Okay, everybody have a wonderful day. Bye.